Get it? I'm Ray Charles.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast featuring your host, Locarthemanbeast. Oh, look at him. That sweet, sweet symphony. He's listening to Enya. Also featuring me, DjLobsterDust.
Hello.
What's up, man?
What's up? I did not think we were doing this tonight. It's Tuesday.
I know. I feel like we said.
I have no
Tuesday.
idea. I have no idea
Saturday.
what we said. Did we say that? I was drinking.
Yeah. I think this is before we found out that the Battle Pass wasn't coming out to July. We thought it was Tuesday. I was all, let's wait for the Battle Pass and then open that bitch.
That's right. That's right. I think I do remember that now.
But then let's just hop into it. Diablo 4.
Hail
Battle Pass that you
Satan.
paid for.
Hail Satan. Hail Satan. Genocide. Abortion. Hail Satan. Mitt Romney's testicles. Hail Satan.
Until the Mitt Romney part, I was like, man, that's a good freestyle.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh. It's like the Miiverse or whatever that from Nintendo's Wii. So back in the day, yeah. So you could make characters and then you could put them in like songs or whatever, and then you can have them sing different songs or whatever. Someone made that. That's fucking amazing. Anyway. So my brain is at half waking up. I'm literally waking up right now. So
Yeah.
So video games. So let's talk about them.
Games.
Katamari Damacy reroll is out. We love Katamari.
I saw that when I was like looking for like a list of new games to come out. That was on, and I was like, I bet you he's pumped about that.
I'm so pumped about. We love
too.
Okay, so I feel like
a hangover game.
It is. It's not something that you put a lot of thought and effort into.
Yeah.
Twin sticks, you push in directions, you roll things up. Like if you had to explain Katamari Damacy to anybody, it's like you roll over smaller objects to create a bigger ball to roll over bigger objects.
Yeah.
That's the simplest thing. But it's so much deeper than that.
Do tell.
Oh no, it's fucking
Okay.
weird. That's just weird. It's one of those Japanese games.
It's real
weird. That's the best part about it though, is it's so weird. It's so off. Like me and Travis Byers were gonna get, so we had a picture that we had originally drawn up where it's King of the Cosmos, and like it has all the characters around it on the outside. So King of the Cosmos is in the middle, and he's got his hands like this, and the prince is standing on him, and then all the cousins and everything are like all like hanging off the side of it, and the queen's up like behind him and everything. And then we were gonna cut the drawing in half, and I was gonna do one side of it on my shin, and he was gonna do the other side of it on his shin. So when we put our legs together, it made the full picture of like this thing that we had drawn up, and it was super dope. But you know, he ended up dying, so fuck him. So
I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were going ass cheeks though. I thought for sure it was gonna be ass cheeks.
I mean, I guess we could still do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ass gives a lot to give, so you could really get that
squeeze in. Yeah.
Shins, you never know. There might be a gap. You might have to like. That's one of those things that's best if you stand back a few feet.
Yeah.
Kind of squint your eyes while you look down. Ass cheeks, I feel like you could really like push that together, get those perfect margins. Like no, let off just a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Exactly. Like gain a little bit of extra weight so you have more canvas on the ass to play with. The bigger you get, the farther down the line of the cousins you can add on to the side of the ass cheek.
And then when you get older and your ass starts sagging, it just looks like a fucking like acid trip.
Oh man. All right. for reals though. For realsies. Big for realsies. Diablo 4. It's out. It's live. We
out.
We talked about it last week on Wednesday or Friday. It just kind of dropped on, what was it, Thursday night or Wednesday night? It went live for the early access.
Yes.
So after we shot the podcast, I don't think we played it much. I think we played it the next day, and then the grind fucking start. Well, you didn't.
Friday.
You started
you
it.
guys started.
We started it the day before.
Friday.
Yeah, and the grind fucking started hard, dude. Hard.
R.I.P. Sean.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'm not gonna lie. If we didn't podcast tonight, it would have had to been like emergency podcast, like get somebody else, because I'm going to a wedding tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And I was almost hoping this didn't happen, and Sean would be the fill-in guest, and it could just be this.
The rage that came off of a death of a hardcore character. Apparently I missed it. Apparently, like, I missed the like Aaron was talking about how fucking brutal it was. Like, he was angry.
I think it's like, what's that guy that streams with like Tim the Tap Man and like the Doc Courage? You ever see that one where he's just jumping up in his seat and bitching and fuck you fuck, and he's just going like, that was Sean, but like driving home screaming into his phone through Discord at us, and we're like, tell us how you really feel, Sean. I've never fucking, if I would have known this was an option. It's like, what did you think hardcore stood for, Sean?
I want him to be upset, but I want to shout out to the end boss. And I want to just fucking, I understand that man like is broken from today. Like he was a broken soul this afternoon. And I understand it.
I was.
I
went to the floor for 30 minutes.
I just was gonna say
came back and I saw like it was on like new character screen and and like my heart sunk.
So here's the point that like, so because I went to a meeting, and when I got out of my meeting and I tuned back in, he was just like level 2, and I was like, no, what happened? Dude. You know, and it's like, it sucks because there was a lot riding on his like, he was level 76.
Either 75 or 76.
So he's like in the tail end of getting to 100. But the problem is that the exponential growth and experience between levels as it starts to increase means that like he may have been not even a halfway to 100. Think about it like that, because of how much experience growth.
So much longer.
Exactly. So like
especially that last like 99 to 100.
Holy shit. I mean, I would say even like from 85 to 100 is almost the exact amount of time of hours that you would have put in from fucking 1 to 85. You know what I mean?
I mean, as of me leaving work, the character that he was playing with was already 35.
Yeah. I watched him. I watched him regrind it back up a little bit before I fell into La La Land. So, you know, Sean dying at level 15 seems like it's a little bit over the top. Because had I lost a level 76 character, I would have probably stopped playing Diablo for a little bit of time.
And hats off to End Boss
for getting back
continuing to
getting back into the grind and keep streaming. Dude, oh my lord!
I don't think I would have touched my computer in at least a week.
Breaking news, downtown Sacramento is on fire.
Bro, fucking. And also shout out to End Boss for anybody who's watching and wants those nice drops. End Boss got them for you.
Fuck yeah, he got them. I mean,
I got a mount and I got 4 items for
yep,
today.
absolutely.
So thank you, sweet soul.
Just
and I will say, on behalf of You've Already Peaked Gaming, I sent you a little something, boss, for me and Trev. Something to help ease the pain.
It's a picture of my dick.
It is a big veiny picture of his dick.
I popped in the channel
in the
today.
mail.
I popped in the channel today. The first thing he was like, "What?" He's like, "Locar's here. I haven't peeked." All right. Damn, dude.
Dude, I
was having a blast with him today.
absolutely love just listening to Boss talk.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was having a fucking blast today. But I mean, and so okay, that's that whole thing about hardcore. Like he was even saying at some point, and it's like, that's the nature of the game. You know, it's one of those things that's like, don't be angry. What's the fucking quote? Don't be angry that it's over. Be happy that it happened, or whatever the fuck it is. Something like that. That's what hardcore is designed as. No hardcore character is supposed to live forever. If your hardcore character,
I'm not dating a white girl, so I can't just turn and look at the
I was gonna say, yeah, it's under my live, laugh,
live,
love.
laugh, love.
Love, laugh, live. But I mean, that's a whole thing. It's they're not designed to live forever. Like, yeah, you want to get to that 100 spot because you want your name on that fucking statue, but you know, it's designed to die. It's designed to die and wrap it up and fucking start over.
The thing was not that it died, how it died.
Oh, and see, that's the point that fucking irritates the shit that irritates the most out of me. Okay, so his internet goes out, and because his internet goes out, his character is still in game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then it's like one of those things where it's like, so how are you ever supposed to defend against something like that? Now I get it. Like, even if it wasn't his,
should be like a DC protection. Like if you fucking go down.
Well, apparently there is,
like
but apparently there is something like that, but it's on Blizzard's side. So Blizzard's like network goes down or something, then your character is safe. And I don't know if it's part of this.
Not if like your internet provider goes down.
Right, but like here's the thing: like if Blizzard network goes down, how would your character ever die? There's no mobs. Like how is your character gonna die if the network goes down? You know what I mean? So it's like, but then again, you could abuse the fuck out of that system though too, where you think you're gonna die, just alt F4, just yanking Ethernet cords and stuff. So it's like it's one of those things where
4 Mobos.
Yeah,
pulling shit out.
Yeah, just punching the fucking shit out of your computer. So it is one of those things where it does suck, and you know, respectively, he was so close, but yet still so far away.
Yeah,
and it's 1,000 people. It's 1,000 people to get to that shrine. He's got time.
Yeah,
I don't know how many 1,000.
We believe in you.
I do. I definitely do. If he made it to 76, he can fucking get there again. I mean,
yeah.
It's just another 86 hours of fucking game time. So we're doing hardcore characters then?
Oh, I'm already level 10. So even if I die tomorrow, what's it called? Like you go in like that Library of the Fallen or some shit like that. Anything before that, they're like you just lose it. But if you make it past level 10, you are remembered in the halls of like heroes or some shit like that.
I don't think you have permanent death until you hit level 10, I think is what it is.
Really?
I think so. I think your character is like relatively safe until you hit level 10, and then you have a permanent death cycle. So
well, there we fucking go. Sean, just
don't ever level
a bunch of hard characters. Keep them level 9. I've got 7 hardcore players.
Do you got it running on the Steam Deck?
It runs good.
Yeah. That's how buddy Mark is playing it.
And so you can not install like the high-end graphics thing, which saves you like 40 gigs. And you don't tell the difference on a Steam Deck. The thing is so small.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, like it plays really well. The Wi-Fi can't be that good. And like I'm still like playing with people online.
Mm-hmm.
And even like the controller, playing with a controller, like it, I was like, hey, there's no way I'm going to be able to play this, but fuck it, I'll try it. Feels really easy.
Yeah.
I'm sure when it comes to like certain builds, like sorcerers and stuff, I was playing Rogue. So it's kind of just like point, click, point, click.
Yeah.
But like I'm sure with like sorcerers where you're trying to like drop stuff in specific spots, I can see that being harder, but Plays really well.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things in D3, and I'm assuming that's part of the thing in D4. Would assume playing on a controller for a necro would be dope, because you don't have to highlight or have to click on individual corpses to raise your dead or to use corpse explosion. It's just like vicinity or wherever your character is facing. For the controller, you just click a button. But for fucking PC, sometimes it's fucking hard finding, like, trying to like hover over one. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of shit on the fucking screen. It's like, I just need to figure out where something is so I can res a skeleton. So I'm, you know, because once the skellies are dead, I just have no DPS. Not no DPS, but it just fucking, it falls right off. I'm enjoying the game though.
They did it.
They did what?
They made it good. Dude, I was swearing up and down. I hated D3. Hated D3. I played Diablo 2 obsessively. Played Diablo 3 once. Went, what the fuck is this? Never played it again. Never played it again.
I mean, D4.
Went back to Diablo 2. Played that until D2R. And then this, I was like, man, like, I don't know. And I'm sure the battle pass is going to be a kick in the teeth, but
so I mean,
and they did good on this.
I mean, D4 is basically D3.
It just doesn't look so fucking cartoony and fucking.
Yep. I think that's been my biggest gripe about.
Dude, like even just like how like the vast difference in technology between like D2 and D3.
The vast difference.
D2 look better. Yeah, it's in your balls. The vast difference between D2 and D3, technologically speaking, and how graphics can be better, I still think the gritty look,
yes,
because
100%.
it's so dark and everything from D2, I'd take those pixels all day.
Bro, it's just dark, period. Like it just feels more El Diablo. You know what I mean? Like there's a scene where Diabla. Oh, it's a female. The joke the other night. Zebra. What was I saying though? Oh, there's just this point in the game where like you're talking to an NPC or whatever, and he's looking for something, and like he's like reaching into the guts of a demon and like ripping things out, and it's like, oh dude, it's so fucking gross. Like, and it just hits on a whole nother level. It looks good. The storyline has been pretty good. There's a couple points of the game where it feels like they just phoned in like some of the animations.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's going on in the story. I literally, like, we've been grinding so fast. I keep saying is I'm gonna skip this cutscene. Like I'll have a character that I play for the story, but it felt like now wasn't the time, and I've just been skipping everything. I don't know what's going on.
This is perfect time for hardcore then.
Yeah. I'm just running straight for like the yellow dot and killing whatever's there.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean,
Goobles.
You got a problem.
Ooh, I got a fucking problem, man. I could say fuck off to all the quests, and I could just do Goobles and just spend my time on the fucking one-armed bandit.
So check this out. We also found out today those statues of Lilith. First off, there's 30 statues of Lilith per zone.
Oh,
there's a lot. I actually linked a fucking map because I was like, okay, how many am I missing? This is there's 30. I feel like I'm hunting them. Where are they at? Am I just?
You're gonna say 30 on the whole map?
No, per fucking zone. There's 30 of them, and it's like each of the zones are like, you know, they're big fucking areas. So I was like, okay, let me look and see on the map, and just to get an idea, so in my head I could figure out what the fuck I was missing. Whoa, because there's so many points of like a map or a run through where there's no missions or anything like that, and like you probably have run through an area 5 or 6 times getting to someplace coming from like a teleport location, but you would have never thought to like maybe go one little extra square down and then there would have been something there. So I ran around today to collect a bunch of the Lilith statues just to try and like kind of get it, because that is like the most important thing it looks like overall because it's account wide. So all of those stats, all of those things that are increases are for the your entire realm. So like in softcore and hardcore, they're separated, but like for all the little statues you get, it is increased for your entire character pool. So, which I'm still trying to have, I'm still having a hard time trying to figure out where to see those individual stats. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to click on something and say, like, per the Lilith statues that you've clicked on, this is what your increase is. And I'm just not seeing that anywhere. It may be in the game, but I have been hunting for it. Cannot find it. The UI is not fucking great for this game.
Yeah. There's one thing I had to complain about, it'd be that.
Anything outside of just your character inventory screen and just the map is fucking trash. Why is there the collection page that doesn't show the stuff as well as you have to press W in the map to bring up all the rest of the shit?
I take back what I said. They did knock it out the park.
Yeah. Oh no. This game's a 4 out of 10 easy. But after doing that,
safe, Zelda.
Check this out. Some of the Lilith statues increases your Google overall Google thing that you can have. So if you want to collect more,
you knocked it out the park.
Yeah. Fuck the stats. Give me the increase in money.
Oh man, I had no clue what the Goobles even were. Somebody just said you use it for something, and I got one legendary, one out of the 60 times that I've gambled, but I'm hooked.
Yeah. I finally got like my 3rd legendary drop today. It's so fucking bad, Brad. It is so bad. Now, I've said this forever.
Does it suck when it drops and it has nothing to do with anything that you want to do with your character?
It's what's happened more than once.
I know.
The 3 Legos that I actually had drop were just not for me. So we used to call it like the Trevor curse or whatever, or Astia's curse when we were fucking playing WoW. Basically, I just could not get gear that I needed. When we were raiding in WoW, I was like, we would go through 2 raid tiers before I got an item that I could actually use for my character. Like, it was just bad. It was just like, all right, we got to hit this boss. I really need this item. Like, let's bring a couple fucking DKs with us. So hopefully if it drops, I can get traded it or whatever. And I'd be like, I'll pay you for it. Just give me the item. Never came up. Could never get it. It was trash. It was so fucking bad. And it used to annoy the shit out of me. But there's also things in other games where like I just would not get drops. I wouldn't get mount drops. I wouldn't get pet drops and shit like that. And here we are. And I remember saying the same shit in D3. I was like, man, I never fucking get drops I need. And I would just grind and grind and grind for one piece of item. I think Blizzard is just one of those things where they've just been like, hey, remember that guy we fucked over? Yeah, his account's live again. Make sure you don't give him anything. We played, I was actually getting verbally upset. And not at anyone, but just upset. Because like, we be fucking grinding it. We were hitting it hard last night. Oh, this Lego drop. Oh, this Lego drop. Oh, this Lego. Every fucking 5 minutes, and I was nothing. I had nothing. I was getting heated, and it's like, it's not that I need the legendaries, right? I'm still grinding up through the fucking softcore ranks or whatever. I'm playing the story. I'm doing whatever it is. It's not the end of the fucking world that I don't have anything. I just want to fuck around with shit. I want to try it. Like, give me something so I can play with it. And the legendaries I've got have been like, if you get hit while standing still, you don't get crowd control. Like, what the fuck is that? Who gives a shit about that? And I think it's also because I'm looking for one very specific legendary that isn't an aspect that you have to find. It's like, just
legendary gloves. This one makes your breath smell better. Fuck off. You're playing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
This legendary neck you have allows it so you can't skip cutscenes. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. No. Cannot unequip.
Yeah. And I'm trying not to get furious at it because it's nobody's fault. But I'm like, I'm not playing with anybody anymore. Fuck you guys. You can't trade legendaries. You can't drop them.
Oh, you can't.
Nope. So you're literally fucked in the situation of you have to get them to drop yourself. Okay. I'm holding. I'm waiting. Wishing. You believe in superstition.
Now,
Then maybe you'd see the signs.
with you saying that,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you can buy rares or trade rares, but
Yeah.
not legendaries.
Yeah, everything up. You can do everything
Because-
up to yellow.
First video I looked up for Diablo 4. There it is. Boosting services. Gold. Buy gold. Buy items.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
back, baby.
Oh, yeah. You took
Dude.
away the auction house. We brought it back ourselves.
You're never gonna leave.
Oh, man.
Remember just all the times in Diablo 2, and it's just somebody comes in, spams website, and just goes forever.
Welcome to Blizzard.
Until it looks like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm surprised for the most part. I have not seen, like, being in towns and shit like that. I've not seen chat spam for gold
Yet.
yet. Yeah. I know it's on the way.
New.
I know it's on the way.
Still
Yeah.
building up.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do
They're
is
soft launching their stores on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
It really hits you.
Exactly. Oh, fuck.
Man.
And the battle pass, bro. Okay, so can we talk about something else real quick?
Let's get into it.
I'm so sick of video games that do this.
That's the sentence.
I'm so sick of video games. I'm done. We're done with the channel. That have stores that do that stupid fucking refresh bullshit every 7 days or whatever. There's a new there are new items in the store. They recycle all the shit, the Call of Duties, the Overwatches, the fucking whatever. Because
all the BattleNet games.
Yeah, all the BattleNet games. It is a formula, bro. They have it down. They are the industry standard for how this fucking shit works. Because it is legitimately FOMO, dude. Like, you fucking see something and it's like, dude, this is dope. Like, I'd want to get this. Like,
but it's gonna go away. How long is it gonna be till it comes back?
Right, exactly.
Just buy it now.
Exactly. I may or may not. No, not may not. I definitely spent money in the shop already. I did it for a couple of reasons. First one is I got a skin that I really, really liked. I liked the necromancer looking skin. I had like the build going. I just like the glowy hands and shit. I was like, I don't give a shit. Honestly, like we've talked about before, I work a job that gives me what's called disposable income, and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it.
Wait, preach.
You know what I mean? If I want to spend money on a fucking skin. Yeah, exactly. If I want to spend money on a fucking skin in video games, I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to have a problem about it. I'm not going to feel bad about it because, well, I mean, part of me is also like, I don't know if that's just the part of me is also the gamer. It's like, I want something, but then also you're looking at it like it's $25 for a skin.
The way you're describing this right now and talking about it, I feel like I need to hold up a doll and ask where you were touched on it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You're like, I don't even have to explain nothing. I'm not gonna explain it to you. I gotta explain it to you. I got disposable income if I want to buy it. All right.
Fuck you, Jessica.
Oh man.
But it is one of those. Every $25 spent will eventually start to feel more and more bad as time progresses, because so as of right now, it looks like the skin, I was bitching because I was like, I guarantee you the skins in the store would not look as good as some of the cosmetic skins that you will get in game. But it definitely looks like, at least through the subreddit, people have been building dope ass looks from just in-game skins. But it also looks like there's maybe only like 20 to maybe 30 different types of skins per like item, like helms and shit like that. So it's like, it kind of is limited, and it definitely does look like some of the doper shit that they're doing is going to be in the store, and that just feels bad. And now I want to see what's on the battle pass. I want to see what dope shit is on the battle pass, because if
to be nothing dope,
that's what I'm saying.
If they're giving you 20, it's gonna be shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's either going to be shit, or if they were smart, they would have dope shit. If it's like the Overwatch fucking battle pass where it's like grind out to 90, and then at the 91, we're going to give you one mythic skin or whatever that's got like dope ass shit, it's going to feel kind of fucking bad. Like, yeah, I get it.
It's
Completely.
gonna be like that because there's all the transmogs for all the different items. When you scrap them, it's gonna be like, oh, get this rare wand or some shit like that. It's gonna drive you fucking bananas. I know it. I feel it. That's why they're waiting until fucking July, because they know everything's gonna tank once they release it. Like, this is the battle pass.
Well, not only is this the battle pass, but then the question has to be, they have to have something. This is the games as a service part of our gaming industry now that is just so gross, where you have to get people to buy this battle pass. First off, your game is $70 fucking dollars. Okay, the battle pass is what, another $20 something, $25 or whatever it comes out to. And the dope shit you're gonna put is one item per 4 months on the battle pass at the very, very fucking end.
I think the battle pass is $20, and then the advanced battle pass that comes with 20 skips is $30. So for an extra 10, you just skip 20 levels. May the game reign for 1,000 years.
I just need to get to Nightmare Dungeons. That's my goal right now. I just want to get
to get a hardcore character to like level like 80, and then PvP. Just talk about the highest stakes. Like, you want PvP? What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Loser dies forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Aaron's idea of us just making hardcore characters and see who can kill one another just by like dumb shit. It's like pulling mobs into the group or something.
A whole mob.
What the
Saving
fuck?
your teleport for when you drag just corralling. Goodbye. That's what it's going to turn into.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You want to see?
Make a hardcore character.
Oh my god.
4 different characters coming from all different directions, bring 40 to 50 people with them.
You know what the crazy thing about Diablo though is that the fan base for Diablo are rabid. They are the most like diehard with this IP ever. And a lot of it is because it spans the better part of 30 years.
30 years.
I think I played Diablo 1 in 2007 or no, sorry, 97 or 98 on PS1. I think that was the first Diablo I played. I'm almost positive it was around
Diablo
that time.
2 is the first one that I played.
And that was what, 2001?
When it came out in
2000 or 99?
99 or 2000. I think 99.
Yeah, I can't remember
I
when
remember
D2.
getting the box set in Costco.
Yeah.
And then Lord of Destruction came out
A couple years later, 2 years later.
2002, 2003.
Something like that. I played the fuck out of Lord of Destruction. Man, that was such a fucking cool. Oh god, Diablo 2 was so good. So good. And then I picked up D3, and what was it? 2013 is that when D3 came out? Or was it? Dude, it was so good. It was so good. It was fucking sick for when it came out. It was so cool. They had so many different fucking little things for like the boss rushes and all that shit. It was so fucking cool. And then the introduction into the rift systems and all the things. Everything that we have from Diablo 4 is because of Diablo 3.
Well, then Diablo 3 was the growing pains, and Diablo 4 is the payout.
Hold on. Bro, it's a week old. Technically, it launched today. So, easy.
Hold on.
Easy, bud.
Now.
But
the classes.
Okay.
That's another thing. Why'd you take away my paladin?
Because it's got to come in a DLC pack. Exactly. For another $40.
Now, what people have noticed is there's Diablo merch, obviously, right? It wouldn't be Blizzard if there wasn't $100,000 items just on their store. One of those items is a limited edition, like a stein, like a mug. with like the real like ornate, like those like
Mhm,
German mugs
mhm.
where you
You can flip the
push the
top.
thing, the top
Yep.
comes up.
Yeah.
On the top, there are 6 corresponding icons,
Uh-huh.
and one is left unidentified, with all of them being druid, sorcerer, rogue, like all the classes, with one left over, hinting that we might be getting a new class fairly soon.
You know where that class comes from, right? The Battle Pass. Think of how they did Overwatch 2. You want
I
to
don't know how
play?
they did Overwatch 2.
You want to play a new class? The new class that came out? You need to grind to level 55 in the Battle Pass.
Oh, fucking.
Why not? How are you going to entice people to
At least we
buy?
have PvE.
How are you going to entice people? Oh, motherfuckers. How are you going to entice people to buy a battle pass if it's just cosmetics? Well, I don't give a shit about cosmetics.
That's true.
I don't care. How are you going to get people to spend the fucking $30 on the battle pass? Or 20, whatever. How are you going to do it? You're going to stick shit in there that you know people are going to play. And you're going to bring out a season every fucking 4 months, and you're going to skip every 4 months for a class. So you're going to do one battle pass. It's going to have something fucking epic in there. Oh, it's going to have a new dungeon type or something. And then the next one will have a character. And then the one after that will have a dungeon. The one after that will have a character.
Oh,
bro, it's a games as service. This is how I do it. And then what there's going to be
have like keys to dungeons.
Yeah.
Final thing, you get a key.
Yep.
That
Yep.
only you could get in.
Or a legendary that's like a very specific type of thing or whatever it comes out to. They said it's just cosmetic, but
they didn't nerf this build or this build.
They said
legendary.
They said
it's gonna pair perfectly.
They said it was just going to be cosmetics, but I don't trust fucking Blizzard as far as I can throw them. You know what I mean? And they're
we're fucked.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's how games of a service works. And then you know what's going to happen? They're going to bring all this stuff out hella fucking fast, and they're never going to be able to balance it, and it's just going to be fucking trash. And they'll never.
I'm so tired, but you're getting me so fucking riled up. I want to go fight a fucking infant.
Diablo 4 is the fastest selling Blizzard title in history. Of course they're gonna do that shit because they know it's gonna sell, bro. They know it's gonna sell. Like I said, this fan base is rabid. If you give them something, they will fucking throw money at it.
I want you to imagine like you're in a boardroom and they're pitching Diablo 4.
Okay.
And they're like, should we put a battle pass in it?
Now, wait, hold on.
Now, off conservative numbers.
Okay.
If we sold X amount of copies of Call of Duty, and safely to say 35% of players bought the battle pass, they can do like a direct correlation. Like, we're going to make a swing of this much.
Mm-hmm.
And with how fanatical Diablo is, how do you imagine that board meeting went? Say the number again.
Yeah,
slower, and he just pulls apart his button-up shirt and starts rubbing his nipples.
Yeah. Just immediate beads of sweat start coming down his face.
$655 million.
Yes.
There's an intern he's got one of those like fucking like the squirt bottles of like lotion just aimed at the nipples. Go down. Don't stop.
Oh man,
where's my breast milk?
Cambodian. It is one of those things too where it's like, because the whole thing between Blizzard, Activision, Microsoft, they gotta make fucking money. They gotta make it seem like it's like a real good push. And like I said, the fan base is rabid. They're gonna fucking spend the money.
Yeah.
If there's anybody playing Diablo that is not buying the battle pass, right? What? I guess why? We don't know because we haven't seen the battle pass. But when the battle pass comes out, I want to know why. Why wouldn't you spend the money on the battle pass? You're gonna spend it at all. You know, you're gonna play all the time. They're making it so there's not enough coin currently on the battle pass to be able to purchase the next battle pass when it comes out. Right. So that feels bad. If there was enough money that like at least dropped, that was like, okay, by the end,
like, didn't spend it, you could at least get it back. Yeah.
Right. So now you definitely see the Blizzard's just like, we don't give a shit. We want you to spend the money.
They're going to get you almost all the way there, but you're going to have to still spend $40.
Yeah. Or whatever.
X amount of
exactly.
They are devious in their way and they're like math. That's another thing that like hats fucking off to you, you fucking psychopaths. You fucking figured out the formula on how to constantly people like, I just needed like 300 extra coins, but I had to buy a bulk of 1,500 of them.
Yep. I mean, it's just one of those things too, where it's predatory in nature, and that's just how it is. We talked about that last week. This is just how the gaming industry for games as a service work. Like this is the formula.
How fascinating it'd be to talk to somebody who like worked that up. They're like, it's so simple. You learned about it in just elementary school. It's called prime numbers that can't be devised. You know, you just break it down and like this can't be do that. So we just ran with that idea. My kid, he was at the table. I was trying to figure out how to do it. He asked me the question about his homework, and it just clicked. This is how I could fuck the entire world.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how you know that the gaming industry isn't run by gamers anymore. They're just hedge fund types and fucking like Illuminati and people at the top, because it's no longer for the
gamers needed funding.
Well, it's like, okay, so
these assholes.
So did you read about the whole thing with Redfall? Like how bad Redfall was? I guess Microsoft acquired Arcane Austin and a bunch of other things, and the team behind all that, like prior to Redfall's release. I guess a bunch of the team from Arcane Austin like jumped ship after the acquisition. And the devs that stayed behind had requested for months that Redfall actually be canceled. They were like, we cannot make this game happen. Like, it has to stop. Like, we can't do this. And Microsoft was like, no, push it. Fucking push it. And then that's what we got. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how you know that because it's like, you never want to, like, if there's anybody out there that actually goes after the fucking developers of video games when something is bad, you guys are pieces of shit. Right?
Yeah.
Unless you're like, yeah, go to the publishers. Always go to the publishers. You know what I mean? Because it's like, for the most part, the devs are working their asses off. 99.9% of the time, those guys are probably in full crunch trying to get a game out. So when you're playing a video game, they've been fucking 36 hours, like no sleep, you know, fucking 46 hours, no sleep, trying to pump a game out. And then it's just like, you know, the publishers are like, well, we've given you X amount of dollars. If you don't put this game out by this date, we'll close your studio down. At what point do you just like, fuck it, just give it to the public? Hopefully we'll get a day one patch out. Hopefully we can make it work. Like, fucking Square Enix. So pre-orders. Oh, yeah. Well, Square Enix has not had a fucking good track record. Holy shit. Like, stop producing trash content. That's one. Stop fucking making games off of the ideas of things that used to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's bad. So Final Fantasy 16 is coming out. So they brought Yoshi P, who's the game director for Final Fantasy 14, the MMO, in to basically help be the developer, or the lead developer, to help fucking push this game all the way through. And I guess Square Enix is in full panic mode right now because pre-order sales for Diablo or Final Fantasy 16 are like way under. That has nothing to do with whether or not gamers are going to buy Final Fantasy 16. There's two big reasons why that the pre-order sales are so low. PS5s have been fucking impossible to get acquire, and it's only been within the last like 8 months that I feel like they've been around enough that people can actually start purchasing them. But it's been so long since the PS5 has come out that I don't know if anybody, because they couldn't get it for so long, I don't know if anybody's jumping on buying the console right now. And if they are buying the console right now, there has to be more of a plethora of things to play besides just God of War, the idea that fucking Metal Gear Solid, you know, Solid Snake is going to be good, and God knows when that's coming out, and the idea of, you know, Final Fantasy 16. No one's like, I'm going to buy a PS5 right now so then I can buy Final Fantasy 16 when it comes out.
Exclusives aren't really driving sales.
Exactly. There has to be more of a reason
enough to make it.
Exactly. So why are the pre-orders down? Well, that's probably why. One, because nobody's doing it, and two, because I don't think you should really have to pre-order a game for it to go through. But for Square Enix to look at those numbers and be like, well, realistically, pre-order sales are down. We're not generating enough income prior to the release of a video game. We don't know how far we're going to take this afterwards. Is just a shitty way of like the gaming industry just doing that downhill slide. Like, You know what I mean? If your whole idea is that if you don't hit X numbers on pre-orders, that we're just going to close the studio down. It's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Feels shitty.
Yeah. Well, did you also see that talking about battle passes and a bunch of shit? Street Fighter, I'm glad we didn't get Street Fighter 6. Well, I'm not glad. It doesn't really matter. It's fine. I guess the game has been fine for its own right. But I guess they sold like a $40 DLC bundle pack thing or whatever. And so everybody spent the money on it. I was like, oh, dope. There's all this extra stuff. And it just basically says, like, when you read it, it's like, with the promise of somewhere in the future, there being characters released over a period of time. So people got all this DLC pack and then like open it up and it's just like, oh, here's like 16 V-Bucks. Like, what? Where is all of this shit? And they're like,
if you save them, you'll be able to buy one of the things we release later.
They had to come out and was like, it literally says before you buy this thing that it's for content that is supposed to be released over the next year. It's our season pass thing, basically.
I don't fucking feel bad.
No,
I don't. That's like when you couldn't get PS5s and people were selling PS5 boxes because people were making the bots.
Yeah.
And like the people are like, I can't believe I bought this. It's like all you had to do was read.
Yeah.
There's literally
it says
in the picture, there's not a PS5. This is to catch bots.
Right. So, and that's understandable. There was a purpose for it.
Yeah.
Like
if you can't read the thing, the pop-up that says, just so you know, nothing in here.
But
what are you doing?
Well, that's also, it was part of also the deluxe edition that you purchased for the game as well. So people spend a lot of fucking money, and then wasn't,
shitty.
You know what I mean? There's like if it was a separate thing on its own, and it was like, don't buy this now, but buy it later when we have all the extra.
Who would do that? That's like buying an Ultimate Edition for 20 free skips of a Battle Pass that's not going to come out for another month and a half.
But nobody knew the fucking Battle Pass wasn't coming out to July. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That is true.
No one fucking knew the Battle Pass wasn't coming out.
Launch.
Holy shit! And they're like, "Oh, yeah, we sold. Okay, now tell them."
You tell directly. Tell like IGN or something.
Not even the IGN. Yeah,
4 sentences in like a 10-page article.
Exactly. Make a mention of it somewhere on a Reddit thread. You fucking cocksuckers. Yeah. It's like, would I probably still bought the fucking Ultimate Big Daddy Edition though? Yeah, probably, because it's Diablo. Because I'm a sucker for fucking Diablo, and I'll spend the money. I'm the problem. The problem.
There was a
it's
Ultimate
me.
Collector's Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Did they include the game in that? Because I heard.
Oh no, there was just like it's just like a statue or something. Game. Yeah, it's like an art book and a statue for the Lilith edition or whatever the fuck it was. I would have been fucking so mad. And it's like $500 or some shit like that. It's like, oh my god, it's so gross, dude.
That's beautiful.
I just, and again, this is the thing with the gaming industry. It just feel, because I guarantee you, if there were gamers that were still running this fucking thing, I feel like it would just be different. I don't think we would be as profitable as we are if gamers.
Better, you have people who are willing to completely cancel their game because they don't want you to see a cheapened version of their.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What they imagined.
Yeah,
like that's like the devs. I would say a majority of them are probably the people that they like the joy. Like like they're doing it for money, but the joy is to like. They worked on this. They put like their blood, sweat, tears into this, and they brought this to life. And they want to like see people like revel in awe of what they did.
Stardew Valley, fucking what is it? Undertale, games like that. But again, that goes back to our support indie, right?
Yep. And we just paid $100 to Blizzard. Yeah, support indie, guys. Do as we say, not as we do.
That's exactly right. I mean, oh man, I also think like it's one of those things where if you can get a publisher, like I think all indie should just go Devolver Digital for their publisher, because that company fucking rocks. I feel like they are the number one. Like, we will push through small indie games. Make sure you have whatever you need to get your fucking game out there. I have yet to see a Devolver Digital game that has been like, I wouldn't play that. You know what I mean? Very infrequent that type of stuff comes up. But when it gets to the bigger name stuff, there's also the question, like, video games cost a lot of money to make.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They cost a lot of money nowadays. You're not just 4 dudes in a room on a fucking Windows 95 computer building some shitty wad or whatever. Like, these things are fucking full production numbers.
Oh yeah.
That money's got to come from somewhere. And if there isn't a publisher behind a bunch of developers being like, okay, guys, let's go release this thing. Fucking devs are like artists, man. They'll sit on shit forever, be like, I've got to tweak this one lighting here. It's like, just go, get it out. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess also, KOTOR 2 on the Switch was going to release with the DLC or whatever it was. And I guess the licensing didn't get pushed through on Nintendo side, so they couldn't release it. So a bunch of people like pre-ordered, spent a lot of money on the game and stuff. And I guess whoever the company was that does it for Switch or whatever was like, hey, we're so sorry. Like, we can't get the licensing. It's not going to come through. We're going to give you a coupon code for one of our other games. And people are like, no, we want a refund. And they're like, no, we're not issuing refunds. We're issuing a coupon code for one of our other games. I was like, holy shit, dude. That money's already spent. You can't get a refund. Oh, man.
It's like when Blizzard was doing the fucking layoffs, and like as part of the severance packages, they gave them like
WoW
coins.
Tokens or something like that. So you fucks and pieces of shit. We're giving you free game time.
Nintendo.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear about the Nintendo hacker guy?
Uh-uh.
Nintendo hacker Gary Bowser has been released from prison after 40 months, but must pay the company 20 to 30% of his income for the rest of his life after operating a hacking website called Max Console.
What?
Where he created hacking tools and stuff to like basically like just like a mod, like a mod, like we can get any game you want. It's all there.
Oh, interesting.
And they sued him, put him in prison, and now that he's out of prison, because he's like, I think he's like in his 50s now, but because he's so old, they're like, you're never gonna pay this off. So for the rest of his life, he's paying 30% of his income to Nintendo.
Hell no.
Fuck Nintendo.
Hell no.
Pieces of shit. I feel like there should be a GoFundMe for this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just let fucking Reddit and everybody just pay it off.
No, fuck no. Just get jobs in cash. Never be on the books. Just get jobs in cash.
I've got nothing to give you.
Sorry, guys. I made a penny this year. Take 30% of my penny. That's what I would do. I just make them
some Cutco scissors.
Yeah. Yeah. I would make Nintendo have to do all the paperwork for 30% of a penny. Oh, fuck. Because you'd have to file all of it. You'd have to fucking, it'd be a pain in the ass. I would
drag it out, take him to court, represent yourself in court.
I made 1 penny this year.
I'd like to extend a motion to see this at a later time.
Yeah.
Draw it out.
Oh, yeah.
Years to get 30% of my penny.
Oh, my God. I'm really struggling right now. Can we see if we can push this out? Just refile back in. Actually, and then halfway through the paperwork filing of a penny, you'd be like, actually, I figured out I donated, so I made two pennies this year. You're going to need to do this all over again. Is this guy...
just litter the ground in front of the courthouse with pennies and just step over them? Like, oh, don't need that. No, you're not getting 30% of that from me.
Oh fuck! Where was this guy at? Was he a Japanese dude, or was it's in a different country? His name is Gary Bowser.
Dominican Republic.
Oh,
yeah. I saw.
How does
just like a snippet of it this morning, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
How does Nintendo have any type of jurisdiction legally in Dominican Republic?
$2.5 million in damages from what he did. That's what they're saying.
Oh man. Well, Nintendo, stop making your fucking game so goddamn expensive. Stop making it so only you're well, I guess that's kind of the point of it, right? It's like
the only thing keeping them alive.
We're selling our own game console that only runs our only games. We don't do any We rarely do any cross-platform stuff, Nintendo wise. I mean, I guess that's cool. Pieces of shit. I haven't bought a Nintendo game in fucking forever. Mario Kart 9 just got announced too.
Yeah, I got Mario Kart 64. What do I need Mario Kart 9 for?
The GameCube one, I think, is the best Mario Kart.
Let's just end it there.
64 is fine.
Is fine?
Fine. The 2-player kart racing on fucking GameCube was dope. Where you had the person in the back, you could fucking, one person was the driver, one person was fucking throwing all the fucking things out. It was dope.
Tune in next week. Fucking no.
What do you mean no?
No.
What do you mean no? You're such an old man. You're such an old man. Mario Kart 64 was the best?
Yes.
Next you're gonna tell me fucking Halo is the best shooter out there.
No.
No.
I 100% agree with that. It's up there. Tune in next week.
Yeah, we're the fuck out of here. We'll figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, next week is important though, isn't it? That's 69.
That's 69.
Yeah.
Tune in next week.
Sexy time. All right.
Weird shit.
We're out of here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.